The hospital room fell silent as Olivia cradled the newborn in her arms, tears streaming down her face. Beside her stood Noah, the single father who had changed her life forever with his impossible condition. "I never thought I'd say this," he whispered, his voice breaking with emotion, "but thank you for giving me a family when I thought I'd lost everything." As their eyes met over their daughter's sleeping face, Olivia realized that what had begun as a desperate business arrangement had blossomed into the greatest love story she never expected to live. If you're enjoying this emotional journey, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more heart-touching stories that will keep you coming back for more. Your support means everything to us. 1 year earlier, Olivia Morgan strode through the gleaming headquarters of Morgan Industries, her stiletto heels clicking authoritatively against the marble floor. At 36, she had accomplished what few women in corporate America had, building a tech empire valued at billions and earning her place among the most powerful CEOs in the country. Her sleek black hair was pulled into a tight bun, her tailored suit a armor of success. "The board is waiting, Ms. Morgan," her assistant said, hurrying alongside her with a tablet full of quarterly reports. Olivia nodded curtly. These quarterly meetings had once been her moment of triumph, a chance to showcase her brilliance and vision. Today, however, dread pooled in her stomach. For the first time in her career, the numbers weren't in her favor. She pushed open the boardroom doors with practiced confidence, her expression revealing nothing of the turmoil within. 12 men and 2 women sat around the massive table, their faces a mixture of concern and anticipation. "Good morning," Olivia began, her voice steady. "Before we review the quarterly reports, I have an announcement." The room fell silent, all eyes fixed on her. "As you know, my grandfather founded this company 50 years ago. What you don't know is that his will, which was recently fully executed, contained an unusual stipulation." She paused, the words sticking in her throat. "To maintain controlling interest in Morgan Industries, I must produce an heir within the next 12 months. Murmurs erupted around the table. Harold Jenkins, her most vocal opponent on the board, didn't bother to hide his smirk. "And if you don't? Then my controlling shares transfer to my cousin, Robert, who, as you all know, has been trying to sell the company to our competitors for years." The implications were clear. Under Robert's control, Morgan Industries would be dismantled, its innovative technologies sold to the highest bidders, its 5,000 employees scattered to the winds. "Your personal life is your own, Olivia," said Diana Chen, one of the few board members Olivia considered an ally. "But the company's stability affects us all. What's your plan?" It was the question Olivia had been dreading. At 36, she had prioritized her career over relationships. There was no partner in the picture, no prospect of a traditional family on the horizon. "I'm exploring all options," she said vaguely. "Now, shall we turn to the quarterly reports?" The meeting proceeded, but Olivia could feel the shift in the room, the subtle recalculation of allegiances, the mental preparation for a change in leadership. By the time she returned to her office, her assistant had already fielded 3 calls from board members requesting private meetings. Olivia closed her office door and leaned against it, allowing herself a rare moment of vulnerability. The empire she had built, the legacy she had expanded, all of it hanging by the thread of an archaic condition set by a man who valued bloodlines above all else. Her phone buzzed with a text from her best friend, Zoe. "How did it go? Drinks tonight?" Olivia sighed and typed back, "Worse than expected. Definitely need drinks." That evening, in a quiet corner of an upscale bar, Olivia nursed a martini while Zoe listened to her predicament. "This is insane," Zoe declared after Olivia finished explaining. "It's 2026. How is this even legally enforceable? The company bylaws were written by my grandfather, and I never changed them," Olivia admitted. "I never thought it would matter." "So what are you going to do? Sperm donor? Dating app marathon?" Olivia grimaced. "I've been to 3 fertility specialists. The prognosis isn't good. Years of stress, irregular hours, postponing regular checkups, my chances of conceiving naturally are slim to none, and even with IVF, the odds aren't great." Zoe reached across the table to squeeze her friend's hand. What about surrogacy? That's the most viable option, but it's complicated. Finding someone I trust, the legal arrangements, the time frame. Olivia trailed off, overwhelmed by the logistics. What about adoption? The will specifically states biological heir. My grandfather was nothing if not specific. Zoe shook her head in disbelief. So you need a surrogate and a biological father, all within a year. No pressure. Exactly, Olivia said, draining her martini. Well, at least the father part should be easy enough. You're gorgeous, successful, and not looking for commitment. Plenty of men would jump at that opportunity. Olivia wasn't so sure. She needed someone reliable, someone who wouldn't try to leverage their position for financial gain or company influence. Someone who understood boundaries. As if reading her thoughts, Zoe's eyes suddenly widened. Oh. What about that single dad from the charity gala last month? The one who gave that amazing speech about his daughter's battle with leukemia? Olivia frowned, trying to recall. Morgan Industries had sponsored a fundraiser for children's cancer research, but she had been distracted, her mind on work. Tall guy, sandy hair, works as an architect or engineer or something, Zoe prompted. Noah Walker. That was his name. His daughter is in remission now, but he talked about how the medical bills nearly bankrupted him even with insurance. A vague memory surfaced, a man speaking passionately about healthcare reform, his voice breaking as he described holding his daughter through chemotherapy treatments. There had been something compelling about his rawness, so different from the polished corporate speeches she was accustomed to. I remember him, Olivia said slowly. But why would he agree to something like this? Zoe shrugged. Money? Security for his daughter? I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's a place to start. The next day, Olivia had her assistant